Well, hello, garden friends. Today I'm going to be showing you how I manufacture a light kit. A kit like this, I set up a structure for this to be able to hang anywhere that I want to add additional light. As in the case of these trays, I have clamp lights on each side and they do pretty well when the plants are small, like you see the little seedlings that I have here. But what happens is as the plants grow up, near the clamp light, all those plants drown out the lights for the plants in the middle. And so you'll see the ones on the sides growing really well. The ones on the middle will tend to get stunted because the light will be drowned out by the ones that are right next to the clamp lights. So I decided I'm going to add this little light kit, but I have a little bit of a problem because you can't see this right now. Let me show you this. On the trays right here, it's very uneven, and you can't just clamp these lights up or even drill any kind of a mount through the trays because of the way it's structured up there. So I had to make some kind of a floating light structure to be able to clamp these lights to. And so I've come up with a little PVC setup here. We're going to cut these to 2-foot lengths. This is 23 inches or 24. It's technically advertised as 2 feet, but it's slightly shorter than 2 feet, and which is perfect because you can take a 10-foot half-inch PVC and cut it into 5 lengths, and you can get 5 sections done, and then you just add an additional 2-foot. You can buy these at Home Depot really easy. So I'm going to use the half-inch PVC, build a structure for my lights, and then I'll show you how I wire it in. All right, now I'm going to drill a hole, only not quite half an inch in, because I've got about an inch gap. So just about a half an inch in to be able to string my zip tie through. I'm going to do that on either end of the poles. And the flat edge is the side you want to string it through because that's what will grab it and it'll tighten on you nicely. So I'm just going to do it just a little bit, enough to hold it until I hang this up in the unit, and then I'll of course clamp it with my little carabiners, and I'll be able to tighten it to the height that I want my light kit to hang on the shelf. Now for this part, as you can see in this finished one, we're going to drill the holes that we have on the ends where I put the zip ties for anchoring it to our shelving unit. I'd go on the opposite end to drill the hole for the clamps, and I have 2 clamps on each of these 2-foot bars, PVCs. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm marking about 6 inches in, and I'm using, it's kind of hard to see because you can't tell when you're on one side what's exactly the opposite for drilling the clamps. So I'm using the little zip ties I put in here that I strung through as like a marker. It helps me see what's the opposite side so that I can mark the holes properly to be able to drill these in. So we'll drill this and then put our clamps right through there on the PVC to anchor it. And just snap right in there nice and tight. Here I've added a zip tie, and then of course the clamps. I attached my light to that, and now we'll go ahead and clamp this in on the other side, kind of diagonal in these trays. We'll just pull on these straps to tighten it up and get it into position next to these clamp lights. Here you can see the light kit all set up on each of the trays, providing lights to the plants as they grow so that each one gets enough light to form correctly. I think it turned out really good to have this set up this way with extra light.